What's going on, everyone? My name's Tenebris Infinite, and welcome to the top 5 ultimate jumps here in Generation Zero. Today we're going to be taking our doit bikes and we're going to be jumping them as high in the freaking air as we can, man. Or we're going to be finding just some fun areas that you can ride through on your dirt bike that incorporate some sort of a jump in some way, shape, or form. If you guys happen to enjoy the video, maybe consider hitting the thumbs up button or subscribing to stick around. Also, stick around to the end of this video where I'm going to show you dudes how to build your own jump so that way you can have sick jumps all the time here in Generation Zero. So for jump number 1, we are coming on over to Lilla, which is just down in the southern part of the forest region. Now, Lilla doesn't have the biggest jump by any means, which is part of the reason why it's the first one here on the list, but it's an incredibly fun little spot just down by this house here. There is this little bike area that's been set up for the cycles, and you can totally get a ton of enjoyment out of it using the dirt bikes here. There's also this balancing beam that's actually pretty challenging to ride over. Lilla is a fun little spot where you can take your dirt bike and just try to get some little bits of air off of some more man-made type structures. It's nice because it brings you back to a little piece of the pre-apocalypse and can kind of give you maybe a bit of an idea as to what it was like to be a Swedish teenager here in the world of Ostertorn. So, for the first jump, we went kinda small, but for the second jump, I thought I'd give you guys more of a course, so that way not only are you getting a fun jump, but you're also getting something kind of a little bit challenging for your dirt bike riding skills. So we're coming on over to Anna Grooven, the old mine that's just in the middle of the farmlands, heading on into the mountains region. This ride can be a little bit complicated at first, so let's walk through it really quickly, and then we'll bomb on through it. So, starting from the bike station, you're going to come on down the road, and at the fence, you're going to take the right-hand side. Then you're going to take the right-hand side of the tree, and come on down the hill. This is where you start entering into the kind of more complicated part of the course. You're going to try to avoid the rocks as you come on through, have a narrow pass here. Then you're going to take the bend and come on down the hill. And this is where you have to be pretty careful. These rocks will come up a lot quicker than you expect. And then after that, you're going to ride on through the cave, jump off, and land in the water. So let's show what that looks like while riding on the dirt bike here. You're going to come on out and just kind of blast your way on through. Come over the hill here. Bit of a sharp left turn. And through that pass. Then you want to kind of control your speed so you don't crash. Right off the edge, do a backflip. And there you go, that's the course. It's actually a ton of fun, and it's short, so it doesn't take up too much of your time, but it's the sort of thing that you can run through maybe a couple times, utilizing different dirt bikes to see how they handle. Pro tip, though, the loader is the best choice for all of these jumps. But either way, you can come on through and have a rather interesting little course to ride on through. So for our next jump, this is one you probably already know and maybe expected to see on the list. But we're coming on over to LB Church just outside of Hagaboda for another one of the man-made jumps around the world of Generation Zero. This one's just absolutely sick and possibly one of the best jumps in the entire dang game. And the cool thing is it's all handmade by the devs for us to kind of enjoy here. This is a jump that I had wanted to do on the cycle for the longest time, and now that we have the dirt bikes, we finally have the speed to perform this jump. So the fun thing about this jump is that it's not just like a power jump where you just go at it fast. There is actually a bit of technicality to this. So you want to kind of guide your way up to the ramp and then start going fast once you've made like more contact with the ramp in order to have a controlled jump over the cars. Once you get the approach down for this jump though, it is a ton of fun to pull off. Jumping over 4 cars is just really freaking cool to do, man. And as well, you can even jump it backwards and ride back up the hill due to the increased acceleration of the dirt bikes. So again, It's LB Church, just outside of Hagaboda. Once you really start to nail that approach, this jump is a ton of fun. And you can even pull some mates on over here and be like, hey, you know, give me an EXP PVG if I make it over these cars. And then you pull it off and boom! You get yourself an experimental PVG. Go on, man. Alright, so from sick jumps to even sicker jumps, we're coming on over to the Soviet trench line off in the north coast. This is a new location added just as of the Dark Skies update, and it happens to just, you know, naturally be one of the coolest half-pipe locations in the whole game. And what's kind of cool too is this is one of the few combat runs of the video here, where it's an area that's filled with combat, so you have to kind of dirt bike and avoid that combat so that your dirt bike doesn't get, you know, explodified and stuff. But you have a number of opportunities for some cool jumps, as well as this, you know, the trench is just kind of forming a natural half-pipe that you can use for just freeform jumping and some kind of more radical riding. You'll probably want to keep a spare repair kit or two on hand just to be safe in this area, but still, you can get some really fun riding in this location specifically, and this is a really cool spot for, again, maybe some multiplayer shenanigans and bringing some friends around and seeing who survives the longest while being bombarded by burbs. Even just getting to this location can be dangerous. Driving through St. Anna Church while you've got all this machine combat around you gives a good opportunity for the machines to turn around and start trying to attack you instead of each other. And then just an honorable side mention for the entirety of Alvaret Plains. This whole northern coast area is excellent for dirt biking. It's one of the best areas to just rip around on. You have so many natural jumps you can make that really, if you want to have a little bit of fun with your dirt bike, going off to Alvaret Plains and ripping around the entirety of the plains is a good idea. And for the final jump, the number one jump, I had to go for one of the biggest jumps that I could think of here in the game, and that is going off to Tylovdin. What's bigger than jumping off a frickin' mountain, bud? Not a heck of a lot, I'll tell you that. And the thing is, too, is this is kind of death-defying because you have a very high chance of dying if you jump off here. I highly advise putting on level 5 padded shoes so that way you could reduce the fall damage and have a better chance of actually surviving the drop. So this jump is just off at Tylovdin control point. You all should know it, there's a mission related to it and everything. But either way, it's just here, right beside the balcony that overlooks the kind of destroyed bridge over there. Now this is a really challenging jump, but it is a jump that is possible. I've managed to land it maybe 2 out of 20 times, but it is entirely possible if you manage to get the angle of your bike right. So for this one, you might want to bring a few adrenaline along, but if you're looking for any sort of thrill-seeking big jumps in the game, Tylovdin is one of the best. And additionally, before we get to our bonus part here, I could probably make an entire video based on just really big jumps. The kind that'll probably kill you in the process. If you guys want to see a video on that, I could totally do that, so let me know in the comments down below. But now for our final bonus segment, let me show you guys how to build an absolutely sick as heck jump off at your home bases. So this is a simple build, but it's a very customizable build that you can kind of switch up to your liking. So what you want to do is you want to start off with 4 of the ramped scaffolding and just place them all side by side. Then you want to take a gap of 5 in between them and then place another set of ramps. You could totally drive up these ramps, just make sure that you're, again, using the loader, as other bikes have a tendency to actually destroy the ramp in the process, which kind of makes sense. Now in the middle of that gap of 5, you're going to go hedge gang and just place down some sort of an obstacle in the middle. You could just line those down the middle, and then after that, you're going to place in some lighting. You could go for a multitude of lighting, but I kind of like the small standing lamps because they put off a more orangey kind of glow to them. Then you're going to take more lighting and place that over to the sides. The idea is to make this well lit so that way you can do jumps during the daytime or the nighttime. Now we're going to take that row of 4 and we're going to place down the spiked floor traps. We're just going to place down a couple of them at either side, and this is going to kind of be the lead up to the jump. And I'm pretty sure it's a cap of 5, so on one side you'll want to place down 3, and on the other side you'll place down 2. A really simple build, but in the end, its application is huge, and you can even wind up taking ideas like this and concepts like this and build entire bases themed around dirt bikes. It's pretty cool, and we're probably going to have a video talking about that one in the future. So let me know, what do you guys think about these jumps here in Generation Zero? They're a lot of fun, and they really add to how you can have just some kind of additional beneficial gameplay from these dirt bikes that gets you away from fighting the machines for a few seconds to do something kind of fun. So again, please let me know all of your thoughts and feels in the comments down below. But for now, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Until then, peace out, my dudes.